got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from the Superdome. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Saints had 2 and 13 now on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Olave motioning to the left. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Yeah, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Now they'll change things up. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Jason Myers on for a field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Young now. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. When you look at this Saints defense, they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Young on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to have a Saints first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Going in motion left, that's Campbell. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here we go. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Young to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Jason Myers on for a field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Young. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Young.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young here, you can see changing the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the 1st down as well. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Myers' kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. He's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Final play of the half, Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That throw by Young incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On play action, Young. That's Samuel, caught left side. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Young looks to throw on first down. He'll buy some time right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back and forth. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Young going to move him around. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Samuel going to go in motion right. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They go play action. Young. He gets this one to Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run with Sanders. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Panthers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
In motion is Shenault. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 3rd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Where I'm leaving the city if y'all don't score. I paid for this.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. It's Young off play action. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be certain.
There he goes, right side.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A first down carry now for Miller. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Open man right side is Rice.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll try to run for it with Miller. Well, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Kendre Miller.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Here's Griffin on the catch. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Now a first down throw for Young.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try to block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Sanders.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
They'll run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Here's Young.
Touchdown! Curtis Samuel from 17 yards out.
And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him, but he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first touchdown pass.
Exactly right. Not over yet. The defense has got to make it hold on.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. Young's going to take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you,